Good morning, Year 9. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. Okay, could you please write the date and the title, which is Creative Writing Punctuation. Then could you complete the do now? Why do we use punctuation? Why is it important to use a range of punctuation? And write the sentence down below and punctuate it so it makes sense. Woman without her man is nothing. So you've got 5 minutes. Please pause the video to do that now. So, woman without her man is nothing indicates that women are nothing without men. However, merely with punctuation we can change the meaning. So this one is the same meaning as the first one. Woman without her man is nothing, again indicating women are nothing without men. However, we can make it actually say the opposite through different punctuation. Woman without her man is nothing. So again, really demonstrates how important punctuation is. So please make a note of that in your books. And can you also write down punctuation changes the meanings of sentences? And punctuation is powerful. So in order to complete task 1, you need to use the worksheet that has been uploaded on ClassChart. What you need to do is read through the passage, highlight all the punctuation, and make a list of the different types of punctuation used. You've got 5 minutes to do this, so can you please pause the video to do that now? So this is the answers. So please could you pause the video to check that you've highlighted all the correct punctuation, and your list includes the following: commas, full stops, dashes, exclamation marks, question marks, semicolon, hyphen, and brackets. So please pause the video to check your work. Okay, task 2. I would like you to punctuate this paragraph, add in all the capital letters, 12 commas, 5 full stops, and 1 colon. So please pause the video for 10 minutes to do that now. Okay, so these are the answers. So can you please check that you've got everything written down correctly? If not, can you add in the punctuation where it is necessary? Task 3 is about colons. A colon is used to introduce something. It may be a list. The following were nominated for the award: Higgins, Hopkins, and Healy. It might be an example or an explanation. The results of the government's decisions were disastrous. The miners were on strike and the country was paralysed. Or it might be a quotation. This was all he said. I did my best. Now you add colons to the following sentences. To scramble eggs, you need the following: eggs, butter, and milk. There are 5 continents: Asia, Africa, the Americas, and Europe. These were the words of Martin Luther King. I have a dream. The news reporter announced what we most feared. The lockdown was imminent. So please pause the video for 5 minutes to do this task. So now on to task 4, semicolons. These are used instead of a full stop to separate 2 sentences which are so closely related that a full stop would be too complete a break. In Britain, the national sports are football and cricket. In Australia, they are cricket and rugby. So you can see they're both linked by the same idea, but it's not quite, it wouldn't be quite right to put a full stop or a comma. They can also be used in a list where the items are phrases rather than single words. As we set off for the picnic, Dad carried the rugs, Mum had the food, Leslie was struggling with 2 chairs, and I carried everything else. Now you add semicolons to the following sentences. My favourite colour is blue. Hers is red. In America, they play baseball. In this country, we play football. I like the cinema. She prefers the theatre. Our friends like Netflix. We prefer the cinema. So pause the video for 5 minutes to add in the semicolons. So these are the answers to the colon exercises and the semicolon exercises. So please pause the video to mark your answers. Okay, so now let's move on to dashes and ellipses. Dashes. Dashes can add information to the previous clause in a sentence. She drove by the empty town centre. That was a shock. Dashes can be used in the place of brackets or commas. My friend, Jonathan the tall guy, went with me to the shop. Ellipsis can be used to show a word or words have been removed from a quote. A few miles south of Soledad, the river runs deep and green, and can create suspense by adding a pause before the end of the sentence. He went into the room and suddenly the lights were off, and can show the trailing off of a thought. I wondered what to do. Maybe I should go out and get help. Please pause the video for 5 minutes to write down the key information. Task 6. Write a description of what's going on in this picture. Make sure you use the following punctuation: colon, semicolon, dash, exclamation mark, ellipsis, question mark, commas, and full stops. Please pause the video for 15 minutes to do that now. Okay, that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for your hard work. And finally, let's reflect. So we have considered how to improve the quality of your writing by using a range of punctuation. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you again, and I will see you next time.